Hello again, everybody. It's Matt here, and I have another unboxing video. Got the box right here, and this is a new preamp for my turntable. So, for anyone who saw my recent video, I just upgraded my turntable to a Project Debut Carbon Evolution, and I've been using the built-in preamp with my receiver back there. That's a Sony STR-DH190 receiver. It's a common receiver. You can buy it new, Best Buy, that type of thing. It's about $150 receiver, and for the price point, it's really good. And the preamp I've been reasonably satisfied with, but I thought since I'm upgrading the turntable, why not kind of go whole hog? And I have a friend who has this same preamp, and he swears by it, and I've listened to his setup. Sounds great. Now he has a different turntable to me. He has he has different speakers and etc. etc. So kind of hard to compare just how good the preamp is, but it does have great reviews. So the preamp in question is now don't laugh. Anyone who's not familiar with this, it's a Schiit Mani. Now, shit maybe not quite spelled the way you might think. It's Schiit, shit audio. And I don't know if that has German origins or what, but of course somebody's probably going to now comment and say, "Oh my God, it's like sheet, like a bed sheet or something." You don't say shit. I don't, I don't know. Anyway, we got the box. Let's open it up, and I got my scissors too. And like I said, I just wanted to go whole hog with it. And what I'll be with the new setup, what I'll be doing is right now I'm using the Phono input on the receiver. I do have another free input I can use, which is just a line level input. So I'll use that instead, assuming this all works out, of course, and it sounds good. So opening up, and let me just move back a little bit. We've got a little sort of owner's manual instruction booklet right here, so that's always nice to have, and I'm assuming it's all very simple. I mean that's it. Nothing more complicated than that. And opening up the box some more, there's the unit right there. I got the black one. It's available in silver too, but black matches the rest of my setup, so that kind of makes sense. And it's in this sort of oh, that's it, it's all in this one piece inside, nothing else in there. Let's pull this out. It's nice and small, which is very convenient because I want to put it in a kind of a small space. We've got a power adapter here. Now, it's my understanding that although the power adapter is made in China, it's just some Chinese brand power adapter. Everything else in here is actually made in the US, so that's really cool. Nice to support. It's nice to support something local, because they're actually based in California, where I live. So let me open this up here. All right, there it is. It's not much to look at, I guess, but it does have, I'm assuming that's a little LED at the front. We'll find out. Here's the back of it. So of course we've got our, here's our input right here. So the turntable will connect into here. Here's the output that will go into a line in on my Sony receiver. This is a ground socket, pin, whatever you want to call it. So the turntable does have a ground connection, so I will connect it to that. Power switch, power cable input right here. Now, where things get interesting is on the bottom. You've got a lot of different little settings here to do with the load and the gain. It's got gain 1 and gain 2. I don't know if that is per channel. It would seem a little bit strange to me, so I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. And it's got load settings on the back here, 47K and 47, and it's set to 47K, which I believe is kind of the default you'd need for a moving magnet cartridge. Now, most people are going to have moving magnet cartridges. The one that comes with my turntable, there's the Rainier by Sumiko, but this preamp does also support moving coil cartridges, which tend to be more expensive and can be more finicky and fiddly. So it's nice that we have all these options, and I'm gonna have to obviously read a little bit more to see exactly what I need to set these to, because different cartridges as well will have different levels of output. So for example, the previous cartridge I had was the Audio-Technica 1895E, which was on my 80 LP120 turntable, and that had a lower output than the Rainier does. So when I hooked it up to the Sony receiver, I had to bump down the gain a little bit on the in the amp settings. It has a little menu you can pull up, and there's about, I think, 6 different amp settings. By 0 is the default, and you can bump it up 1 to 6, and it just adds a decibel, I think, for every 1 you increase it by. So I think I had it on like close to the max for the Audio-Technica, maybe 5 or something, I forget. But anyway, I had to lower it to, I think I have it on 2 right now for the Rainier, because it's the output seems to be quite a bit stronger. So anyway, I'm gonna go set this up, and then yeah, we'll plug it in and we'll check it out, and let's see what the sound's like.
There still may be some time.
All right, so it's sounding good so far. Yeah, like I said, it's sort of hard to compare to my friend's setup, but I don't know, it sounds at least as good as it did on the Sony receiver, so yeah, I'm pleased with it so far. I gotta figure out the socket situation for the power, because it comes with a really wide power adapter. So I have one of those smart strips, so when you switch on the receiver, it switches everything else on, except it wouldn't fit into the smart strip. So I took it up to another wall outlet, but okay, it's fairly minor right now. I'll see if I can get some kind of little, like a little dongle thing or something that'll help it fit to the power strip that I have. But anyway, that aside, yeah, it's sounding good. The setup was easy. I've got it hooked up to a line input, the one that my graphic equalizer used to be on. You can see it. It says EQ right there. And that's what used to be plugged into it. But anyway, I can change that name to Phono or whatever. But yeah, that's it. So I guess I'm gonna break it in, and I'll make another video update at some point just to let you guys know if it's still sounding good. But yeah, so far it sounds really good. All of the according to the instructions, it was already set for most people, and I found that to be the case as well from what I can hear. It was already set for a moving magnet cartridge, and it said that the setting it's on should be suitable for most. So yeah, sounds good so far. Yeah, I'm gonna give it some further listening, and like I said, I might post an updated video at some point, just let you guys know if it's still sounding good. But anyway, thank you guys as always for watching. Oh, by the way, the cost for this, I think it was about $130 on Schiit's website. So if you want to go check it out, if you're interested, especially if you don't already have a preamp and you're thinking about one, it's very highly regarded. It reviewed very well, and just from the very quick little bit of listening I've done, it sounds good as well. So, okay, so now I've spent several days with the Schiit Mani and just wanted to kind of give a quick update. Really pleased with it. It's sounding really fantastic. Initially, it turned out I actually had the gain set incorrectly on it. I was using the factory default settings, which turns out it's just at 30 decibels, which is the sort of the lowest that it goes. I bumped it up to 42, which is what it recommends in the instructions for most moving magnet cartridges, and that really was kind of, they're blown away by the sound. And I've tried a variety of different types of music on the turntable running through the Schiit Mani. I've tried everything from hard rock to disco to pop to country music. What I was really blown away by actually was classical music, and I'm not usually into classical music, to be honest, just not really my thing. But I do have a UK pressing of the London Symphony Orchestra playing the 1812 Overture, and there's a point, I mean, it sounded super clean and nice anyway, but there's a point near the end where there's a bunch of cannon fire that goes off, and I was just like kind of it was startling how it sounded. I mean, it sounded like, gunpowder going off right in the room here. It was really quite amazing. So I think for this price, like about $130, $140, I don't know, I think it's pretty hard to beat. I mean, admittedly, I don't have a huge experience with other preamps, just the built-in one that my Audio Technica had and the built-in one in my Sony receiver. But yeah, 130, 140 bucks, I would recommend it. So the Schiit Mani, if you're looking for a really good preamp and one that can handle both moving magnet and moving coil cartridges, so you kind of have an upgrade path there maybe at some point, then I definitely recommend it. So there's my update. Thanks as always for watching, guys. Until next time, bye bye.